What is going on, everybody? It is Arkham, and we are back at Six Flags Adventure for an update on Project 2027. And this is going to be the final update of the 2025 season. Because I know there will probably be many people that will try to fly drones off property to see what's going on back here, but I don't have one, and I don't want to get into trouble. So this is going to be the final update for the 2025 season on Project 2027 for this roller coaster. Not sure how much we're going to be able to see. I am going to go over to the other side where the supposed tower is going to be, and I'm going to also take a look over there and see if there's anything new. And the reason I'm doing this today and not on the final day of park operation is because obviously workers are off this whole entire week because of Thanksgiving. So there aren't going to be any building workers or anyone from Force Concrete here this week, nor would they be here on Sunday because they're off on business days. So with that being the case, this is going to be the final update that we'll be able to see any big changes, if we see any at all. So we're going to get behind the fence. We're going to check in what's happening there. We'll maybe go into Superman. I don't think, based off the last update, you can't really see much from Superman. So I'm going to probably do everything out here. And then I'm going to go check out stuff from the outside of the park by the black fence. I'm not going to get too close because obviously Safari is closed for the rest of the season, if I haven't mentioned that already. So there's not going to be too much that we'll be able to get past Safari. I'm not really going to make an attempt at it, but we're going to go through each of the nooks and crannies of the fence that I know I've gotten some good views of. But without further ado, let's get behind the fence. All right, here's our first look. We actually starting to see a little bit of some new signs, and look at those footers. They are tall. Those are the footers for what's probably going to end up being the maintenance bay of the ride, and you can tell by the shaping. If you look on Force Concrete's Instagram and you just look at the shaping of the footers, it just feels like it's going to be for the maintenance shed, and they are pretty tall. They are very, very tall. Definitely taller than me. I'd probably say they're about like, I'd probably give or take probably 7-8 feet tall, not including what the support would probably be on that ride. Those same footers from last week still have not been poured in yet, so we're still waiting on some updated stuff from the footers over there. There have been some cranes moving around. It feels like there's a bit more active dirt happening around, so we'll check in on all of that in a moment and see what's next. Guys, this update just got a whole lot more interesting. Check this out. We have supports on site. There's a bay crate on site. Sunrise is here. We have a mysterious package. Oh my god. We have supports on site. Let's go. It looks like it's got this blue tape on it. It's got black supports, which is about what I expected. I wasn't expecting any crazy color, but we have supports on site. This is so exciting. Oh my god. Oh man. Christmas might have come early, people. This is crazy. I'm so excited. Oh man. Talk about a great finale to the project right now. These are always small footers. I will point that out. These are probably going to be like no, these are not footers. These are very small supports. So these are probably like the supports that are going to be for like the maintenance bay and for the station. So these aren't like any of the large ones. There is a couple of big ones here, but what's underneath this box? Oh, if we know there's supports there. Oh man. This is awesome. We have to go into the parking lot and see what we can see from here, but this is incredible. No way. Not to mention that there's also a bay crane on site, which are usually used to lift some very heavy pieces of equipment. So already, I'm gonna expect a much larger crane to be here by the next season, by next opening day season. But this is massive, guys. I don't think we were expecting to see any shipments at all, at least until December. And it is November 28th. I can't contain my excitement right now. This is incredible. Here's a look from Superman. Right underneath the Maxima sign, you can actually see him. And yeah, look at that. Better view, that's the blue tape protecting it. And that's it right there. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them there. Wow. Oh, there we go. That is crazy. Unbelievable. And while I'm up here in Superman Station, I just want to acknowledge how big that mound of dirt is. So, Superman Station, I don't really know the exact height of it, but we're just about at the limitations of that giant rubble mound and dirt mound over there. So, just to show you how much dirt they've been digging a lot. Now we made our way outside of the park. We're gonna head on over to our usual side that we like to check in for the new stuff for the project, and then make our way down towards the black fence and see what we can see from over there. Here we are. Here's some of the views. You get a better look right past there. We'll just put the focus on. There it is. Looks like a square one. Couple of circles. And there's even a angled shape one as well. Two of those big ones. There's like 4 of those big ones. And there's a bunch more of those smaller circled ones. There's one with the square support, and then there's 2 with those weird angled supports over there. It's really windy. I'm trying to keep the camera stable, but that's what we're looking at right now. Let's see if we get another shot. But yeah, that is just one pallet of many. There's going to be a lot more of those. And mind you, that the number of support packages that they get is basically going to double, if not triple, because they have to also include track in that. But supports usually will show up first, and then the track will probably show up right then and there. But right now, the supports are looking to be grayish black. It's more of a gray color, so that's what we're looking at right now. There's another one. There's actually one that sort of, you can see this one right here. This one's a very interesting one. It's got it's bigger on my side, and then it goes smaller. Very interesting. A lot of these actually have turns in them. And these curves. That one looks like it has 3 ports. It looks like it has one end, a back end, and another end, sort of like in the shape of a W. That actually might be an inversion based support right there, all the way on the end. Something for like a stall that you would see like on Jersey Devil. That definitely looks like to be one of those type of supports right there. Wow, look at that. Here's another vantage point from right here. You can also see where there are some of those anchors still left over. Still a couple of them there. But outside that, look at these guys. Beautiful. And there's a better look at that. There's a better look at that. There it is. Better quality right there of that support right there. The one I pointed out earlier to looking like a giant M. It's looking like that one right there, and all that right along that line over there. That is incredible. Here's another look from right here. Very clear as day. Those supports, they are very big. Wow. Oh yeah, that definitely looks like an inversion-based stall, right? Element for the supports over there. I get just looking at it, it just screams that right now. Holy gosh, you guys! I can't believe this. Some of the 2 anchors there. Looks like they damaged a couple. Wood building, which happens. There's also 2 more of the giant anchors, which tells me, again, we're going to head over to the giant footer in a moment, but there's probably 2 more of those holes being dug. We may see one today, I don't know, but wow. Just an even better look here. Looks like right over there, they're on the move to taking care of another one of those protective covers on one of the back ends of the trailer there. We're going to check out over there real quick too. For the last time of the season, we're making our way along to where the open fences, they've opened up a lot more over here in this section, and they have a lot more construction vehicles over here as well. A couple of excavators and bobcats. So, well, footers have been poured too. So, we'll see all this stuff here. Look at that. Going through the fence, you can see this is probably about a handful still that haven't been poured, but most of them have been poured already. So pretty exciting. You see the ones mostly on the right side, on the back end, or have not been poured yet. Even some of the ones that are coming up to also have yet to be poured, but they do have their covers on them. So they are definitely getting ready to pour some of those very, very soon. And from there, you can see some of the square shaped supports back over here. There's a lot more dirt back here as well, so I'm curious to know if they're doing some more digging over here, which is a potential possibility. Coming along this back end over here as we get closer to the giant footer from previous iterations of this update. And there's the rise up right there. Potentially what it would be. There's 2 anchors over there. And a lot of gravel. So let's see what we could get from that. Interesting marker over here says core footing. And it's angled to come all the way over here. And then I don't see it pressed up anywhere else, but it does go up to here as well. That would be crazy. And then there should probably be one over here, I would think. But I don't see anything, which is interesting. This does really throw an interesting wrench into this whole thing, because then it begs the question, is this ride gonna go out here? Because I'm really curious about what these markers are representing. They are electrical markers, but they're the same near electrical markers as when this big footer over here was getting poured in. And they haven't put any of the big grates on it quite yet, but we do see that they have, basically it's been the same. Also, cause track over there, but it's mostly been about the same from what it was the last time. There hasn't really been any change. I can't really tell if there's any dirt dug or anything like that as we go down the line here. There it is. Wow. What a change. And I do have to say, before I wrap up the final construction update of the season, I just want to give a shout out to all of you for just staying tuned throughout this whole entire series of just watching the construction of this brand new roller coaster come into place. And again, I can't think of any better way to finish it off by just random luck and chance, by just coming across brand new support shipments come in like we just did, which is so exciting too, because you don't really get to see stuff like that ever, and just coming across a random miracle like that and seeing those supports come in and have them laid out as they are really is incredible. I cannot stress enough how awesome it has been thus far to provide you this content on these construction updates on Project 2027 for this park. It is really exciting to see, and knowing that towards the end of the season they already have supports in place, that is an awesome sign to see that it seems like everything is on the right track. And we might even see vertical construction before opening day next year, which is just even wilder. And I'm really excited to see the progress of this ride, what it's going to end up being. I can't wait to talk about it more. I can't wait to show off more about this ride when it's built, new pieces, new supports in place, new shipments, and all that stuff in the next season. I will do what I can to provide some sort of content during the off season about any sort of breaking news from the project and sort of those things along the way in the off season. It's going to be very difficult, but I will do what I can to provide all this stuff to you guys. And it has been an honor to provide you construction updates for the 2025 season, and I look forward to continuing it in the 2026 season. So hope you guys enjoyed this construction update from Project 2027 here at Six Flags Adventure. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and always thank you right off. Just have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you on the parks really soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Now get ready. Here we go.